Hey y'all, welcome back to Growin Strong Homestead. I basically wanted to hop on real quick to give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on with our family right now, and why I posted a video the other day that talked about our number one goal for 2023 was to produce more content, and then I haven't produced more content. Here's an explanation. Please forgive me. I know I look exhausted, but that's mostly because I am. Warning, this is a pretty heavy video, so just kind of be prepared. Our life is pretty heavy right now, but I want to be transparent with y'all. The day after Christmas, my dad was diagnosed with lymphoma. We still don't know a whole lot. We should be finding out more about how far it's progressed or if it's spread next week. But as you can imagine, there's been a weight on our family. My kids are very close to both of my parents, and he's a pastor of a Nazarene church, and of course his congregation is absolutely devastated as well. We are very thankful that it is slow growing and not affecting his life in major ways right now. But then 2 days ago, I got a call out of the blue from my mom in the morning saying that she went in for a scan because they thought she might have had a small stroke. She was having some symptoms, and they wanted just to check it out to see if there was anything preventative that they needed to do. And to her surprise, they found a massive brain tumor. After a lot of tests and a lot of crying and a lot of doctor's appointments over the past couple of days, we found out that it is most likely not cancerous, and that hopefully, if everything goes smoothly, in the next week or so, it can be removed as easily as it can when you have open brain surgery. But for that first day, that first 2 days there, it was quite a shock, and things moved very fast. For those of you who don't know, I have a kind of complicated family story. I was adopted when I was 4 months old to my parents, these parents I'm talking about. And so I grew up an only child, even though, as most of you do know, I have a sister who lives in town. She is my biological sister. I have several others and a couple brothers as well from both of my biological parents who live in different states. But I grew up an only child. So when I found out this information, the weight of it hit me that this is on me. I'm the only one who can help them right now because of their illnesses. They can't really help each other as full as they probably would want to or could in other circumstances. So that falls to me. We're very grateful that we only live about an hour and a half away. So it was an easy drive up to see them. They have a big, beautiful house that me and my husband and our kids got to stay in while we were figuring out all of the little details of what was going to happen and if she was going to have to go into emergency surgery. But it was a whirlwind, and really made us all kind of take a step back. For now, the news is good. She is scheduled to have a surgery not this next week, but the week after, because that's when the neurosurgeon is available. It is not, it's still an emergency. It needs to be taken care of as soon as possible, but it's not an emergency to where they'll have to rush her into the ER like tonight or tomorrow morning. Thankfully, as far as brain tumors go, this one has been quite accommodating. It's laying quite flat underneath her skull and is causing very minimal symptoms and things that are manageable, and they're not entirely worried about at this particular impending moment. But it sure did give us a scare, and it's still scary the thought of my mom, who is pushing 70, undergoing an open brain surgery, whether it's as minimally invasive as they're saying that it could be based on her diagnosis, or not. It's still very scary to watch her go through it, and to know that on the other side, my sick dad is waiting for her and waiting for the news that he needs to start undergoing treatments as well. I warned y'all it was a heavy video. I am so sorry. But in the midst of the heavy video, I want to use it as an encouragement. We don't know what's going to happen with my parents, both of them. And a lot of you find yourselves in similar situations to that. And to you, I let you know that I am praying for you and sending my thoughts your way. On this channel, I share my faith, but it's really open to anybody of any faith. As Jess from Roots and Refuge says, I quote her a lot in some of the things that I say, but you're welcome at our table, no matter what. And we have people from all sorts of religious backgrounds in our family, and we love being a part of an eclectic group like that. But just know that you can still have peace in the middle of these storms, even when you don't know what's going on. It's all very confusing, and it's all very scary, and it's all overwhelming, and it takes your breath away. But the one thing that I've learned in the middle of these crazy situations where literally in an instant life is changed, and then in another instant it's changed again, and then the next day it's changed again, is that we need to live life for today. We're not promised any tomorrow. Today is the day to take hold of our dreams and to take responsibility for our families. It's the day to do those things that we never thought we could, or never thought that we deserved. It's the day to pick ourselves up and move forward, no matter what it throws at us. It's funny because I filmed our Happy New Year 2023 video and shared the same message, but somehow just a few days later, sitting here in the middle of this situation and these circumstances, it confirms to me that it's the right thing, and that our saying that we are holding to as a family, that this is the year that dreams come true, we need to make that happen even more so. Because even though these illnesses and these circumstances might take some time and some energy and some thought away from our planning of the future, understandably so and rightfully so, because our family is the most important thing. But even though that is the case, we need to march diligently towards our dreams. I know that's what my parents want for us, is that if something happens, they know that we're achieving the goals that we want out of life. I know that's what I would want for my kids if it were the situation flipped. But I want to build a legacy for our children that extends further than we do in this life. I know my parents certainly have. And for generations to come, my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids will hear the stories of Grandma and Pappy and all that they've done for our family. And I have faith that even though these circumstances look dire, we're going to have a lot more stories to come with them. My grandmother, my mom's mom, used to have a saying to her when she was down in the dumps and everything looked bad. She used to say, "Joni, lift your chin up." Everything's gonna be okay. My grandmother died of cancer when I was 6. But somehow, those few words still ring true, even now. So, in conclusion to this really long, slightly sad video, I say, lift your chin up, my friends. It's a new day, it's a new year, and no matter what you're going through, know that you are loved and supported, and that everything's gonna be okay. It is. It might not feel like it, but it is. And always know that you have a friend, and several friends, here at Growin Strong Homestead. Keep growing strong, friends. We'll see you next time.